Another thing that we've noticed, we have seen a dramatic increase in requests in our office for people looking for information for group activities and conventions. As an example, the Idaho State Republican Convention is coming to Sandpoint in June, and that's 550 people that are coming to Sandpoint. Unfortunately, at the time that they were putting this together, we didn't house the information, and we could have made it a lot easier not only for them, but for other groups as well. So we would like to own that information for our community, and that's a need that has been expressed to us by several of our members. The Lodge at Sandpoint is one in particular. Brand new facility, they have beautiful meeting space, and they would really like for us to have a way to help them promote that. And again, that's more heads and beds in our community, and that's a great opportunity for us. In order for us to launch our search marketing and our pay-per-click and to really go into the online arena, we have got to do some major upgrades to our website. I do want to let you know that we own a program called Contribute, and I've gotten really good at updating our brand new Chamber of Commerce website. So once we have the ability, once we have our website upgraded, it's going to take a professional to get us to this level, but we in-house will have the capacity, the ability, and the know-how to make sure that we can maintain it. So we won't be coming back 3 years from now saying, hey, I need another $10,000 for our website. We will have the ability and the infrastructure in place for that. So that's a good investment for you. I also would like to do our visitor guide again. You all have a copy in the back of your packet. And this is a piece, we print about 80,000 to 100,000 every year. It's distributed regionally through certified folder. We run out consistently every year right before the next printing. It's a wonderful piece. It's advertising free, and it really showcases not only the 4 seasons in Sandpoint, but again, all those musical and cultural and art activities that we have, plus our dining and and some of our retail. We partner with the Downtown Summit Business Association on this piece every year, and we would like to continue to produce it. It's important. It's well used. It goes in the pocket or the back pocket or the purse. We call it the Sandpoint Bible. People will come and visit the visitor center year after year asking for the latest copy so they know where to go and what to do. So we would like to print this again. We do, however, need to freshen up some of the graphics. This last year we did a complete redesign in terms of how we organized it. So now it's a lot more streamlined and user-friendly, but we have run some of the same photographs year to year, and it would be nice for us to be able to actually purchase and freshen those up so we can really showcase more of what we have to offer, including places like the Bird Museum, which is mentioned, but we don't have a photograph of that wonderful facility. Press relations, we had a very successful year in press relations. In your packet, you'll see a summary from Lisa Gerber from Big League Creative, and that's in your next tab. That basically tells you from, for this year's grant, what your investment has equaled in advertising. So to date, we have gotten the equivalent of almost $140,000 in advertising through our press relations coverage, and there's a detailed summary of that for you, plus copies of everything. Last year we were given $6,000 because Lisa's done such a phenomenal job. This year we are actually going to exceed the number of travel writers coming to our community that we had expected. So we're asking for more money next year so that we can make sure that we can accommodate those folks as well. And then training. Our Visit Sandpoint group this year started hosting what we called quarterly social/training events. For the most part, they really are training, although there was social activity. But what they did was they invited chamber members and Visit Sandpoint members to come and really kind of showed them our website, talked about the visitor guide, basically showed them how the Idaho Travel Council is helping Sandpoint get out there and market and bring people to our community. We would like to continue to do that. They're very well received. It makes it a lot easier for us to get partners on our different advertising opportunities that way when they can really see firsthand and talk to somebody. It's very difficult for all of us to get out and visit all of our members all the time, and whenever, I always say, if you feed and water, they'll come. And so anytime we have food and bev, boy, we see people we haven't seen in months, and then we have an opportunity to engage with them one-on-one. And those are really valuable. We like to do that. Again, we also would like to organize quarterly fam tours. And these are tours not just for our Visit Sandpoint volunteers and staff in the visitor center, but we have people at the hotels and other areas where they're interfacing with our visitors in the community. What we want to do, and this is part of that Visit Sandpoint branding, is deliver a consistent message about what there is to do in Sandpoint, regardless of where they're going to get that information. So we would like to take themed quarterly fam tours around the community. We have a lot of new lodging options that people haven't seen, so one of the tours we would like to organize is just in relation to lodging. We have some museums and some other fun things that are very kid-friendly. That question comes up a lot, especially in the summer or on a rainy day. What do we do with our children on a rainy day? And so we want to be able to have those questions answered easily, regardless of where people are. And then the last thing is, we are hoping to hire a tourism manager sometime this year. For sure, that individual should be in place the start of our fiscal year in October. That individual and myself will oversee Visit Sandpoint and the Idaho Travel Council grant. And we want to make sure that they and myself are able to attend any training that will help us improve our performance in our job. And also, we want to come back to G-Court next year. I also, again, I wanted to address earlier when I mentioned in the past there have been some concern over how the Visit Sandpoint Committee utilized Idaho Travel Council grant funds. The second to last tab is a structure that I wrote and developed in partnership with our Visit Sandpoint Committee. And what this does is it basically lines out responsibility and says who's responsible for what and what's supposed to happen and when. So essentially, we're basically saying with this hierarchy that the Idaho Travel Council is ultimately responsible for the money. Then it comes to the executive director representing the board of directors. Totally. This is a wonderful document, and you should read it at your leisure. I missed the 1 minute.
I did too. I'm sorry.
Oh, it wasn't me.
I was fascinated, actually. Sorry.
Anyway, any questions for me today? Please don't be frightened of me.
You did a lot of work on this.
Thank you. I enjoy this sort of thing. So it's fun.
Thank you, Amy, very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman? May I
Yes.
make